I'd like to introduce you to a new concept we're going to call FITlosophies. FITlosophies are the way we've learned to do things over about 25 years of performance improvement. You see, for the last 25 years, we've helped organizations and individuals understand how and why people make mistakes, especially mistakes that could prove to be catastrophic, and how you can either prevent those mistakes, or when you can't prevent them, how you can either mitigate their consequences or reduce the probability that they'll happen. FITlosophies are some of the things that we've learned over the years in how to develop the capacity and capability in an organization, how to produce sustainability in an organization. You know, we've operated in about 40 different countries in 10 different languages, so if it makes a FITlosophy, it's probably worth listening to see if your organization can pull a little bit of a string and see if you might be able to use some of this to be better. So please enjoy our FITlosophies. Can HOP be done right? You know, human and organizational performance was derived from the U.S. nuclear version of human performance that started in the late 1980s and early 1990s after Dr. James Reason wrote the book Human Error. It followed in the footsteps and incorporates the lessons of Deming's quality principles and traditional human factors science. It was denuked over 25 years ago to work more towards protecting the people and then the assets, instead of the assets and then the people. Now, if you've read Human Error, you know it's a tough read, but it's also full of awesome theories on how and why people do what they do, their behaviors, and how that impacts events and incidents. My job for about 10 years was to interpret books like Human Error, Managing the Risks of Organizational Accidents, Field Guide to Understanding Human Error, and to translate them into what a leader, manager, supervisor, or worker needs to know and do to reduce the probability of a serious incident. The key word here is that organizations and individuals have to do something. HOP isn't just about a theory or a set of concepts. It's about practically applying those theories and concepts, turning them into behaviors and actions that then become sustainable parts of how an organization plans work, performs work, responds to successes and incidents, and is resilient to change. HOP not only can be done right, it must be done right. That means that the organization needs to make a connection between the work as imagined and the work as done, as Todd Conklin and Bob Edwards and others talk about routinely. But it's also about understanding the basic human concepts behind success and failure. It's about connecting the way we write our rules to how those rules or procedures actually get performed. There are about 25 known procedure error traps where the writer can actually add error potential to a task by the way they write a procedure. How many of those do your writers know? When were they educated on them? And when were they educated as to how to avoid them? HOP done right is connecting the prevention process to the organization systemically, where the entire organization uses the same systems approach and language to describe outcomes, errors, deviations, and understands the human and organizational capability and capacity associated with each one. It's about understanding that errors are far less interesting if you know that there's a system there to look at, and that the incident path is rarely and probably not linear. HOP done right is an organization knowing when to use certain techniques for analysis and what makes these techniques work for the incident or condition being evaluated. It's knowing how to go far beyond the individual to understand latent conditions and how they're formed and drive incidents. HOP done right uses the latest understanding of how different personalities see and manage risk at all levels of the organization. It uses tools like personal intervention as a gateway to manage behaviors that are more traditionally personality driven than conditionally driven, whether those behaviors be leaders or field personnel. HOP done right is creating intentional leaders that know and use the concepts every day through a set of leader language and behaviors that are consistent with our understanding of what drives reliability in an organization. These leaders drive the concepts to be integrated in the day-to-day work at all levels of the organization and across all functions. Increasing the organizational capacity and resilience leads to sustainable, improved performance and has been proven successful over and over when HOP is done right. Make no mistake, hop must be done right to gain anything more than short-term improvements using the concepts. If it is done right, these new methods and systems will be how we do business, thereby improving our safety culture, engagement, and our long-term outcomes. Next week, we'll be posting a observation on the top 5 hop deployment challenges. Knowing and understanding those can help you avoid the challenges when you're trying to do hop right. For more information, please visit our website at www.improvewithfit.com. We'd love to hear some of your success stories on doing hop right. And remember, intentional leadership starts with you.